Welcome to Today in Hip Hop. I'm your host, Noah Jones. And since this is my first episode, let me get into what this show is going to be about. First and foremost, this is not the kind of show that's going to have a whole bunch of images, etc., etc. This show is basically just going to be me breaking down what's going on in hip hop and my views on it. And you can basically just let it run in the background and just listen to what's going on. You know, this is the idealistic show for people that got other shit going on in their life. You don't have time to sit in front of a screen, but you still want to get the information. So because of that, you know, I'm not going to have any images and none of that crazy shit going back and forth as far as the screen. It's just going to be me getting into the information and me giving you the details on what's going on in hip-hop. This is sponsored by NoahJonesNews.com, where you can find all the hottest music by me, merchandise, videos, radio station interviews, etc. So if you're a fan of my music, you know, that's where you can listen to and purchase my stuff, which also will validate a lot of my stuff. Because what happens is you got a lot of people that voices their opinions on music and they don't create music. So they're not technically an authority. You know, you can't really, you know, bash somebody else for being whack and then you don't create music or you've never been in a creative mind state in your life. So that being said, you know, my music is there to validate what I say, to show my experience, and for the fans, you know what I'm saying? So look, first and foremost, we're gonna dive into one of these headlines. Your boy TK found guilty of murder. Jesus Christ, man. Look, according to reports, TK has been found guilty of murder. It was noted that TK was not the one who fired the weapon that killed 21-year-old Ethan Walker, which is what made his attorneys argue that he should not be found guilty. Despite that, prosecutors said that TK was aware of the plan to steal drugs and money from the home invasion, and it would end in somebody being shot. TK is facing 5 and 99 years in prison. That's a lot of motherfucking time. That's a lot of time to do something stupid. First and foremost, look at it like this. You know, the amount of money and stuff you could have accumulated in your lifetime between 5 and 99 years is a drastic difference than you actually sitting behind bars. Now, my thing is, I just don't understand it. I understand that people come from all different types of backgrounds and all different walks of life, but when you're doing stupid shit happens to you. There's a thing called karma, and the shit you put out into the universe comes back to you. You know, they always say, you know, do a stupid thing, win a stupid prize. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of those situations where, you know, people know what they're getting into when they're getting into them, and they also know the type of people that they're hanging around. So if you're hanging around the type of people that'll put you in these type of situations, I mean, I don't really have any sympathy for you. Everybody and their mother knows the difference between right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you have to second guess yourself on what's going on, then you know the shit is wrong. So if you know it's wrong and you know you ain't got no business doing it, then why should I feel sorry for you when the most tragic thing happens to you? This wasn't something that happened by accident. Now here's the thing. Everybody's concerned about TK going to jail, right? But what about the people who, the person that he shot and killed? What about the people whose you know, whose family is you know, affected by the fact that he broke into somebody's crib, you know, shot somebody, killed somebody, or he personally didn't do it, but it says that, you know, he was with the people that did. You know what I mean? So it's like, look, if you're going to keep that kind of company around you and you're going to get into those type of situations, you know, then shit, you get what you get. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish you know, this type of thing on anybody. I don't wish anybody going to jail. It's not a cool place to be. You know, I don't want to see any of us in jail. I feel like all of us as society, as people, we can be more productive outside of that particular workspace. But if you're going to be doing dumb shit, you're going to land yourself in jail or you're going to land yourself dead, and, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, hey, I wish the brother luck. You know, I hope everything, you know, I pray for his family. But let's take these type of situations as an example. Don't be out here messing around in the streets. Don't be out here doing stuff. There's nothing wrong with working hard, having some ambition. You know, with today's technology, you can make $1 million online. You don't need to be in the streets. You know what I mean? Technology will bring all the money to you. There's no reason for you to be out here playing the streets like that. It's not cool no more. You know? So what happens is, as these people in power, they need to stand up and let people know, look, it's not cool to be out here doing this no more. You know, our role models and all these people that have a lot of bread out here, people like Jay-Z or whatever that's worth $1 billion, they need to be an advocate and tell these people, look, you know, get your money online. There's no reason for you to be out here doing this. So, like I said, that's TK's situation. That's his story. That's how I feel about that. And let's move on to the next situation. Let's move on to today's next topic. All right, so now you got President Trump over here, right? Allegedly, he's trying to help A$AP Rocky get free. You know what I mean? Now, I don't understand all the situation that happened as far as A$AP Rocky. I know he was over there in overseas somewhere, and it was, I guess I seen the video where they was like, he was saying like, yo, you know, stop following me and all this, and it's just some big, huge situation. But ultimately, President Trump, you know, trying to help A$AP Rocky, look, he don't give a fuck about nobody. Trump only cares about himself. So if he sees some benefit in it for himself, he'll act on it and he'll speak on it. Since when does a president really give a fuck about rappers? You know what I'm saying? They don't care about us. But anyway, says here, Trump addressed getting A$AP Rocky home from Sweden while speaking to the White House press pool on Friday, July 19th. He explained that he got a lot of calls from his African-American friends to help Rocky. But Trump said it was his wife Melania. She got a fucked up name anyway. Melania, if I'm saying this shit right, his wife Melania, who brought A$AP Rocky's situation to his attention. When asked to comment on the situation, Melania told the press that she hopes that they'll get him home soon. Trump also tweeted about the situation on Friday, writing, just spoke to Kanye West about his friend A$AP Rocky's incarceration. I will be calling the very talented Prime Minister of Sweden to see what we can do about helping A$AP Rocky. So many people would like to see this quickly resolved. And like I said, look, President Trump does not give a fuck about black people, and he does not give a fuck about rappers. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care. He really doesn't care. The only time, like I said, he cares is if there is some sort of benefit for him, whether it's publicity, whether there's financial gain, or he has some sort of vested interest in the shit, because he does not care. He's proven time and time again, the same guy that disrespects our culture, disrespects our people, you know, disrespects us on so many different levels. Now all of a sudden we're expected to believe that he cares about A$AP Rocky. You know what I mean? So I'd take this shit with a grain of salt. I personally, I don't know. The shit might be propaganda or some shit, because I don't believe he really gives a fuck. But anyway, that's courtesy of MSNBC. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys feel about the shit? You feel like Trump really cares about about black people and about rap music? I'm pretty sure he helped lock a lot of rap motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? He don't care about rappers. He don't care about our struggle. He don't care about our culture. So like I said, it's making news. It's making headlines. So, you know, it's keeping people distracted from the real shit that's going on as far as what's going on in the media and around the world. So this shit is just another misdirection, you know, by the president. So let's see what else is going on today in hip hop. All right, so we got, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, Slim 400, who's one of YG's homeboys, he got shot not too long ago, quite a few amount of times. He's in the process of recovering right now, which is good. There's a lot of shit going on with YG's camp, man. First and foremost, you know, he was a close friend of Nipsey. The LAPD has a thing right now where I guess the Marathon store is under investigation. There's a lot of sneaky, shiesty shit going on with the LAPD and people involved in Nipsey Hussle's camp and his personal life. So, you know, recently a vehicle that was registered to your boy YG was used in some sort of drive-by or used in something, and I guess a cop got shot in the shit. And it was an innocent bystander that got killed, you know what I mean, that died, you know, over the course of the shooting back and forth with the police. So YG said that he wasn't involved. He also said that he wasn't around at the time of the shooting. He was in the studio or whatever the case may be. But another situation has emerged where they actually raided YG's crib. Now, the crib that he was living in. It wasn't a crib that he owned. It was a crib that he was, the nigga was leasing the shit. He was renting it. But needless to say, they ran up in his shit. So obviously, the LAPD and the government got their eyes on this nigga YG. I don't know if they feel like, maybe they feel like he was responsible for his homeboy getting shot. Or maybe he had something to do with it. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of speculation going on right now about exactly what's happening. But there's a lot of heat on YG and his camp. You know what I'm saying? And the shit is coming from somewhere. So, as time will tell, they get a little more details on what's going on, and the sources will start putting out information or whatever the case may be. But something got to be up if they raided the nigga's house. They raided his crib. They obviously looking for something, and they trying to connect him probably to that shooting work. It's a whole different thing when some regular person gets shot, but when a cop gets shot, they go all out. They make sure they try to protect their own. So that being said, it's like a witch hunt right now that they got going on for YG and his whole crew. So, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think as far as that shit? Like, do you feel like he might have been involved in his own boy getting shot, or do you feel like, like why would somebody, like me personally, I wouldn't be letting niggas drive my fucking car. Period. The only person that's gonna have access to my vehicles is me and my wife. That's it. There ain't gonna be nobody else that got keys to my car. I'm not leaving my whip at somebody's crib. Like, that's some very irresponsible shit on YG's behalf for him to be leaving, his keys and shit in possession, like just sitting around or where somebody else could gain possession of his keys and get out here and do something crazy with his fucking vehicle. So they took his vehicle, they shot at the shit, and the shit says, it's got a big ass thing that says bulletproof right across the side of the truck. So that being said, it's not like it's difficult to identify the vehicle. It's not difficult to identify who owns it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's branded on the outside. But that's very irresponsible for a person to leave their keys around like that, for somebody to take their keys and do some dirty shit with it. You know what I mean? So, like I said, YG's at that point right now where his career is big enough to where he doesn't need to be going back and forth, with this type of situation. So, but like I said, it could be just a witch hunt. It could be the same people that had it out for Nip that's trying to create a whole nother story for YG and trying to take all these niggas down together. So, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of shit going on, and time will tell how everything pans itself out and plays itself out. So, it's just crazy. Like I said, it seems like there's a lot of rappers dying. Seems like there's a lot of people trying to kill rappers, and it's like it's like a witch hunt for all of us. So if you rap, be really careful about what you say in your music, because the type of music you put out there, that energy will invite more similar energy to it. If you're positive, you will gain more positive influence. If you're negative and you're always talking about that street shit and negativity, like God gonna bring that negative energy right back to you. You know what I mean? It's karma. It's what you put into the universe. You speak it into existence. So this is Today in Hip Hop. It's your host, Noah Jones. Don't forget to check out NoahJonesNews.com. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Noah Jones News, Twitter at Noah Jones News, Facebook at Noah Jones News. And especially on Instagram right now, I'm doing this thing called The Flood, where I'm just dropping a whole bunch of hot-ass verses that a lot of people haven't heard, mostly new records, shit like that. So, like I said, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, click the notifications so you can be notified when I come up with some new shit. And I love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. It's your boy Noah Jones, and we out of here. Today's in Hip Hop.